All right, and thank y'all for tuning back in to ESQ-Astro. I am the host, ESQ, and we're going to get into today's daily spread. We do a classic Egyptian spread here on ESQ-Astro using the Egyptian tarot cards and the gods of Egypt to clarify. I do all my shuffles live so that you see we are mixing the cards up. If you've watched a few readings now, you should definitely be in tune with my style of read, which does vary from most of the readings you may see here on YouTube. Okay, we are going to be opening up the platform in some other areas, looking at starting at Patreon, okay, and getting some unfiltered information over there, as well as more of a learning platform where I can actually post videos that have to do with specifics for astrology, numerology, and tarot. It's a good way to learn with me. Okay. Um, I'll be letting you know how that's going once we figure all that out. But stay tuned to ESQ Astro. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let us know what you think about the videos. Let us know if anything resonates. And again, subscribe so we can get out there into the algorithm and help those in the community who may benefit from this read. With mind, body, and spirit, we flip the first card. And again, it's going to be the Hangman in reverse. Okay. So Hangman came out in reverse yesterday. It's been kind of persistent. Again, something's being unstuck or moved forward. So that Hangman, again, has come out multiple times. So I'm not going to get too deep into it. Let's see what comes out after it. And we got Strength in reverse. Okay. So yeah, the Hangman coming out in reverse, Strength coming out in reverse. This could be somebody either taking their power back or not being able to step into their power. Being that they're the reverse Hangman, they may have to fall back and relinquish that power and strength to have somebody help them. Looks like somebody may be coming in to help the Hangman reverse, just because the Strength in reverse, they're facing each other. So there could be some type of help or assistance coming in, or somebody again coming in in a place of strength, which I could even say would be the Most High, being that the Lion is on this card. Could be some divine intervention coming in to help this Hangman in reverse again free himself or get back in motion. Next card coming out is the Empress in reverse. Okay. So all reversals so far. Empress has been coming out in reverse a lot. Okay. This could be pertaining again to some type of mother figure or some type of spiritual figure. Okay. Being that it's coming out right after the Strength and they both face opposite ways. Okay. This could be two divine feminines that are at odds, and it could be because of the Hangman releasing himself. Okay. But mainly what I'm seeing is the Hangman is being reversed and being set free. Somebody stepping in a place of strength where the Hangman doesn't have that power to assist in some way. And then the Empress in reverse is that person may be the divine feminine that's actually stepping in to exert their power or their strength. Next card coming out, the Chariot upright. Yeah, I knew we'd be due for at least one upright coming out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the reading totally flips to the upright as we continue. But with the Chariot coming out after that, yeah, and these two are facing the same way, and again having that mid conversation based upon them facing in opposite directions but looking right at each other. So again, some type of motion is being restored, I would say, because evidently, somebody's coming out of that position of the Hangman, but there's a strength partner, strength, interjection from the divine coming in to have things flip, and somebody may get a new car. That may be the whole flip around for this. We'll see what the next card is coming out. The Star card, upright. Yep. So yeah, just like I figured, the Hangman's being exalted back to that star power, and it's going to be because of some type of motion or he gets a car and now you can do certain things, or now you're looked at in a different light. Again, remember the star actually paves the way for the night sky as far as the light is concerned, and how we track certain paths of where the sky lines up at night. You know, we always use the moon, but again, the moon waxes and wanes. So at the new moon, you don't see anything. So you can't always use the moon. But you know, a day or two after the new moon, you usually can see that slight sliver of the moon, and you know, identify those parts of the sky. But remember, the star is very key to the night. And as we all know, our sun, you know, is just a star, you know, to people in another galaxy or from another distant view. And so we all have that ability to be the star. And I would say in this situation, something's turning around to put this hangman back into a star position. Next card coming out is Temperance upright. Yeah. So again, this is because you know, again with the hangman coming out, I wouldn't be surprised if the hermit comes out in reverse too, because that's been one of the battles going on here. So with Temperance coming right out, and like I say, a total flippage of, you know, first three cards come out in reverse, next three cards are coming out all out in the straight up position. So with Temperance, I would say the star is more tempered now, has learned probably from that hangman position, and maybe even with the strength card, maybe in a position where again he knows that he's flipped and come back out, but again he's reserving and preserving that strength for something greater. Okay, and that would be the wise part of, if the Fool comes out in reverse in this reading, I would say that would be the wisdom that this person gained, being the hangman and being stuck for a while. Okay. Next card coming out is going to be the Fool in reverse. I cannot make this stuff up. The Fool comes right out in reverse. As I said that, it was like I had a premonition that that card was next. You guys saw me shuffle. So, I mean, again, I can't make this stuff up. So it's definitely showing that, you know, whoever this hangman was being stuck has definitely transformed himself into a more wise position, which now has him more in a balanced position and being tempered, and recognizing the star power, but again, realizing with that wisdom of the Fool, how to remain in somewhat of a hermit type position without being the hangman and being stuck. Okay. Next card coming out is going to be the Devil in reverse. Okay. So with the Devil in reverse, clarifying the Star card and the Temperance card, I would say there's a flip of some type of toxicity. Okay. There may even be a disbanding of something that you may have been participating in, and now you're just no longer putting your energy in that area. But it's definitely looking like there's something turned around to where, you know, somebody's vision is looking in the right direction. Okay, I would definitely say overall so far what I'm looking at in the reading, somebody's being confirmed that they're actually making the right moves and going in the right direction. It's just about staying persistent, you know, and again knowing when to, you know, play the position of the star, you know, or being the hermit and being in that position of being internalized, being in a state of study or building, plotting, planning. Okay. And again, the Fool comes out to verify that that wise man, the hangman, has become the wise man with the Fool reverse. And again, has released something toxic or stopped participating in something that could be toxic or holding that person back from their star power or where their real strength is, with that strength in reverse too. So just remember that. Now, next card coming out is the Tower upright. So yeah, this is like the third day in a row that Tower's come out, and I believe the Tower, if it's not present for you right now, is coming. You know, may not come till mid to the end of the week, just based upon how we have some planetary transits happening midweek. And they can really kind of shake up some things in some people's world, depending on your personal chart. But yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting next 2 weeks as we finish out this month. And by the end of this week, we'll be switched over into Gemini. So definitely going to be a change of the energies. Again, Gemini represents that duality with Uranus in Gemini strong right now, as well as Mercury about to go into Gemini. Definitely could be some tower type energy coming. You know, Uranus is the planet of upheaval, and just, you know, you can't predict what Uranus will bring. And when Mercury conjuncts with Uranus, once Mercury's in Gemini, uh, we definitely can be in a place to where, again, we learn about some things that may have been in the dark. We see some toxic things come out of the dark. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if the moon card tops off this reading, because it's almost looking like something's hidden or something's not being totally revealed. Okay, but it looks like the individual who's dominating the reading and who's really flipping things around is staying consistent and persistent in a particular direction. And like I say, the reading is confirming you are in the right direction. Just know that that tower energy could come about as we go into Gemini season and start to deal with dualities. We may not be seeing eye to eye with somebody based upon certain things that, you know, again, perspectives may just be different. And that's some of the things that Gemini is going to bring in, because right after Gemini season, um, we're going to have Mercury retrograde in Cancer. So going to be a pretty heavy Cancer season, but you know, we're going to get through each season, each zodiac, you know, based upon using that energy and transmuting, you know, whoever we may be sun wise in the zodiac, but transmuting our energy to be able to take advantage of that particular energy while it's at play. Okay. Because even though we identify with our sun sign most, everybody has a full chart. Even if you don't have planetary placements in these signs, they're still a part of your chart, and it's still something that is viable to your full reading and understanding your full chart, so that again you operate in the correct spaces during the correct seasons when it comes to how we move through the zodiac, as well as when we move through certain seasons. Just may be to your advantage as opposed to being out of your season where things may not be to your advantage. Okay. So yeah, that tower's coming for sure. Next card coming out. Yep, the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Oops. Yeah, in reverse. Comes out reverse on my side, but they upright for you guys. So yeah, with that Hierophant coming out in reverse after a tower, you know, again, like I was seeing yesterday, you know, this could be some type of separation, some type of, you know, disagreement, or just, you know, again, not seeing eye to eye on something, and either coming to terms to agree to disagree, or again, it could be a total separation. It could be somebody, um, you know, no longer dealing with certain things based upon certain advancements that are coming in for that person, to where, you know, they're not stuck anymore. You know, they don't have to um, settle. You know, in some cases, that's what it may be, or they don't have to continue to feed something. You know, with the devil coming out in reverse, like I said, they're choosing not to continue to feed this, and that's going to be a tower. That's going to cause the tower moment. That's what I'm seeing, just based upon the reversals here and how the stars in between those two. Um, you know, these could be the things that are holding this person in place from not being the star as well. You know, obsessiveness, addictions, you know, hangman, just being adamant about one particular thing, or being stuck in a particular mindset or on a particular outcome. And again, this could be holding you back from the star power. You know, so it's many different ways I can interpret the reading, but the way I see it so far, you know, with the Hierophant coming out at the top in reverse, you know, uh, this hangman is one and the same. Okay, and may have to seek higher counsel and able to, you know, alleviate these things once the tower hits, so that you can maintain that star power. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers in reverse. So yeah, it's it's a tell-all when I'm talking about, this looking like some type of, conflict in a relationship, an ending to a relationship based upon this conflict, and somebody taking the that leap of faith or the upper hand based upon that wisdom, the Fool card being flipped, especially coming out after Temperance, to where again they're just not feeding that toxicity anymore, and that's what causes the Tower, and possibly sets the Hierophant free, when it comes to being on his own. With the Lovers card coming out reversed to match that top card, I would say there's definitely a choice at play. Somebody's in deep thought about making a choice to exalt themselves from being the hangman to flipping to that star energy, but again, remaining tempered and remaining that Fool reverse to where they are making a wise decision. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much the basis of it. Just looking at the reading so far, we got dominant reversals. Okay. So something's definitely changing around. This week's definitely going to be a change with us switching into Gemini. So just know when signs change, changes come, especially when we have planetary changes with those particular sign changes. So we're going to transit into Gemini, and then right midweek on Wednesday, Thursday, Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, is going to be right at home going into Gemini, and sparking up communication, sparking up connectivity in certain ways. Again, Gemini deals with teaching on the basic levels of the kindergarten to, I would say, 12th. Sagittarius, the opposite of Gemini, would represent the higher learnings of college and things of that nature. So we could definitely be in a place to where we're learning some things come this Gemini season. I would say every day, if you're not learning something new, you're not living. So let's make sure we stand on our path to increase our knowledge and gain higher perspectives by being engaged and interactive in the community. Right. Gods of Egypt clarification is going to be, creation. So this is a whole new turnaround for whoever this is coming out, from the Hangman in reverse to the Hierophant in reverse. Big choices that have to be made to solidify things, but the main thing is with creation, it's a blank space, I would think, based upon how this may all play out. That gives that Hangman true freedom to be back in a space of creation and just in control. The Hierophant is in reverse, but it looks in the same direction as the creation card. So again, this could be one of those situations where boys to men, we've come to the end of the road. So and again, it may be an agree to disagree type situation as well. And again, somebody just being more free in their choice to not worry about what somebody else thinks when it comes to what they're creating or what the creation space will look like once that blank canvas is there. Okay. Bottom of the deck is going to be wisdom in reverse, and no coincidence that that's coming out. There we go. Yeah, coming out in the reverse, and definitely going to set it right here next to the Fool card that came out in reverse, which is representing wisdom. And the wisdom in reverse could just be a place where, again, before we get wisdom, we have to have knowledge. So I would say these two cards are playing off of each other. It's saying the knowledge, wisdom in reverse is representing that knowledge that's there, but then the Fool in reverse is representing that wisdom that's actually there, from stepping out on faith, taking the chance, and again, just understanding certain things about self, that you're in control of that release to get to flip to the Chariot, to the Star. You know what I mean? It's a build up. But it's a build up to break down as we get to the Tower. So just understand that. And with the top card coming out reverse, and the bottom of the deck clarifying with the Lovers in reverse. Definitely one of those hard choices, I would say. Okay, but ultimately, it's gonna put you back in the space of creation, and yeah, put you in the back in the space of maybe gaining some new knowledge. Maybe that's why wisdom is coming out in reverse here at the bottom of the God's deck. Just gonna look at the card under that because it looks like it's upright. Yeah, and it's the change card. It's the Kepler change card. So yeah, somebody's being brought into some type of new light to make that change. And then the card under that is yeah, resourcefulness. So this could be an uptick in resource